Welcome to HydroMaster. My name is Craig Stanley and I represent the technical support group with the HydroMaster company. Today we're going to go over a video on the operation and we're going to cover maintenance on the CDS 4.8. Today we've got a very good example of a 4.8 that was just installed, so we've got it so that we can see parts and we can get inside and actually show you some of the things that you may not be able to see. I'm going to describe in the beginning here. We're going to start at the front of the van and we'll work our way back. I just briefly want to go over a little bit about what we do when we tie in our power pack to the van. The first thing that I want to mention is that we add a clutch housing. So once we remove some of the things that are in the way here, the air cleaner, the water, the fan shroud, we install a clutch housing. It includes our clutch that's going to be driven by the fan belt from the engine itself, and it's going to transfer back off of this shaft here to the drive line. The drive line then will run to the power pack, which includes the blower. So we'll show you the other side of that at another point. I want to show you the drive line, and the reason I wanted to bring this drive line out was to show you just how important this is. Not only does it drive our blower, the front end of this that attaches to the clutch, which is being driven by the fan, the belt, is it's in a very hot environment in there because that engine is always running when you're using your machine. And I wanted to point out the importance of this Zerk fitting right here. And it needs to be greased on a regular basis, and we will touch on that when we get into the maintenance side, but I wanted to show you that. So this joint, universal joint, fits onto the end of that clutch shaft that I was showing you. The next item I want to touch on, and as far as what we do to tie in, is we also borrow the heat from this engine, the Chevy engine, through the coolant hoses. We tap into it twice, one for an outlet and one for it to come back into the system. Later on, I'll show you what we do with that coolant as it goes back into our CDS unit in back, but that's another thing that we do here. And the other thing, and the only other thing that we do here is we tap into the power supply, the 12-volt power supply here off the battery. Once those are tied in, we're going to move back into the van, and I'll show you how those relate to the CDS unit itself.